Hello friends, welcome back to Mindfulness Monday. Happy Monday to you all. I'm Jen, purple and gray haired Nana here from Pause 23, and today we are, how about if we start with this? Do you ever find yourself in a situation where you are putting others' needs before your own? Neglecting your own well-being in the process, perhaps? This is self-betrayal. And today we're going to look at how mindfulness can help you be more aware of what self-betrayal is, what harm it can do, and how to incorporate mindfulness to help you with that. And be sure to stay tuned on Thursday podcast and YouTube video are coming out. And we're going to talk all about self-betrayal in a full podcast, but today I just want to briefly talk on how we can use mindfulness to help us with self-betrayal. So self-betrayal comes in a variety of ways. It can stem from a lack of self-awareness, a disconnection with ourselves, with our true selves, and I have a fuzz in my eye. So let's just talk a couple of minutes about other ways that self-betrayal can manifest itself in our lives. So we mentioned where you put other people's needs ahead of yours, and that in itself is the number one thing of self-betrayal, and it can lead to burnout, can lead to resentment of the other people and of ourselves, and really just a loss of personal fulfillment. So another example is when we have limiting beliefs, or we put boundaries on what we say we can do, or we do things to simply gain approval from others. And all of those things, that all leads us away from our true authentic self. And when we are not aligned with our true authentic self, that is self-betrayal. That is not living for who we were truly put here to be. Okay, so when we do that, when we disconnect from who we genuinely are, and when we don't align with our true purpose and our true being, that is where our self-esteem can take a drop, and really it just takes away from our everyday happiness. So mindfulness is simply just being present, being in the moment. But how can you use mindfulness to help you look at what self-betrayal you are actually doing and how to change that? So mindfulness allows us to create a safe, judgment-free awareness of our thoughts, of our emotions, and of our actions in the present moment. Okay, so it really gives us a deeper understanding of our patterns, of what we're doing day to day, but it also allows us to make conscious decisions based on what of those actions aligns with what we're truly meant to do. So what really feels good for us. And we find that we're doing things that are against what we believe, that aren't in alignment with ourselves. That's betraying ourselves, guys. So really sitting down, being mindful, being aware of what you're doing will help you find ways that you might not even be aware that you are betraying yourself. Okay, so we, again, by practicing mindfulness, we're going to be more aware of what we're doing. And another way that mindfulness can be incorporated is through a technique called the body scan. So with the body scan, you start from head to toe, or toe to head, or whatever works from you, go from left to right. But you're just going to sit or lay, whatever works for you, somewhere quiet, and you're just going to go through each part of your body and see how it feels. Is there tension in one spot? Is your jaw clenched? Are your shoulders up? Are you just not feeling relaxed and at peace with what's going on in your body? So with that mindfulness, that's going to help us. It's going to guide us to the areas that don't feel well, and then hopefully it will help us stay more aware of what we're doing to cause that discomfort, to cause that tension. And if it's related to something that we're doing in our life that isn't in alignment with what we're meant to do with our true authentic self, then hopefully this mindfulness will give you the time and the strength and the clarity, because really mindfulness helps us see things a little more clearly when we take our time. So with the mindfulness, we should be able to look a little closer at what ways we are betraying ourselves. and what we need to do to change that. And with the mindfulness and with looking at self-betrayal, self-compassion is key. I know I talk about that lots, but it really is, guys. How would you treat your little old granny or your best friend or somebody that you really care about if they're in a rough spot? How would you treat them? You treat them with compassion, I hope anyways. So really, we deserve to have that same compassion for ourselves, especially when we're doing hard work, especially when we're looking at ways that we're being dishonest with ourselves and how we can start to be more honest and live a life that doesn't stress us, that doesn't bring us down, that is in alignment with what we are supposed to be doing. Okay, so with that self-compassion, we're going to learn to be more self-accepting of who we are. We are going to be more aware of the harsh self-judgment that so many of us do to ourselves, from trying to please everybody and from really just not putting ourselves first and not looking at the ways we are betraying ourselves. Okay, so that's just a little tidbit of mindfulness and how you might find it beneficial to help you dealing with ways in your life that you are betraying yourself. Okay, friends, so just remember that everything in this life is a practice. Everything in this life is a journey, and whatever you put into it, you're going to get out. So if you're going to take the time to sit and really get connected and fall in love with that true person you are, it's going to take some hard work, and it's going to take some dedication. It's going to take compassion. It's going to take practice. Okay, so remember this. Practice and self-reflection are the keys, guys. And every day we can welcome these little tidbits into our lives. It's going to take time. Don't get frustrated. And if you do get frustrated, just be gentle and know that this is a practice, okay? Being mindful, looking at ways we can improve ourselves. All of these things that we're doing are going to help give us a greater connection to our inner core of who we are meant to be. It's going to help us make choices aligned with our own values, and in the end, it's going to help us live and love a more fulfilling life as we were put here to do. Okay, guys, so with that being said, again, if you don't follow me yet on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, find somewhere, check me out YouTube. There's always videos coming up, and like I said, this Thursday, we're going to talk a little bit more deeper about what it means to betray ourselves and why we need to be aware of it. So until next time, much peace, love, and kindness from me, Jen, Purple and Gray Haired Nana. Bye for now.